the Portland Snowhawks taking on the Houston Oilers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Oilers and the Portland Snowhawks. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's McCoy. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now McCoy. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. McCoy. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. McCoy. Leaping, and he makes the grab. 1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Decision time. Opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on the other side.
Exactly. And in fact, though, I'm not even telling my defense to get ready. I'm telling them to get ready to sell it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I think going for it there on the opening drive, CD, if you're that close to the end zone, seems like a no-brainer, and they're able to cap things off with a touchdown.
I think that he was imagining the message he would send to his team if he called for the field goal unit at that point. Great drive, got it all the way down there. You're telling your offense, I believe in you, and you're also telling your defense, hey, if they don't score, we got it covered.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Here we go on 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Harris running straight ahead. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, McCoy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. An inside give. Here's Portis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. On the give, here's Portis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. McCoy. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He finds his man complete. It's Young. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, McCoy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dixon. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They hand it off to Portis. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Portis. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. McCoy fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Oilers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. A little short pass. This is Everett. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. So, sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. On play action, they'll throw. There again is Cooks, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll look to throw again. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Snowhawks are back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Here's Portis. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Snowhawks have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone comes McFarland. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston set to take over. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And McCoy loses the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So on fourth down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. McCoy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot
best.
on the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The sack there by J.J. Watt. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down, McCoy. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dixon, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A run with Portis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. McCoy. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 25 on 2nd down. McCoy for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second?
He gets it to Cooks. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run the option left. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Houston set to take over. And at this stage, in the fourth, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
Following the fumble recovery, McCoy, he finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. From the 39, McCoy over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's McCoy. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. McCoy under pressure, and they got to him again. J.J. Watt dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now McCoy. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Now McCoy. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running right, Portis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11.
They'll run it here with Portis.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the home team here, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And